And we know about bankruptcy today. You're seeing it in all the newspapers, so many different organizations going bankrupt, people declaring their bankruptcy. It just means they can't pay their bills. In Islam, khusr means the one who on the day of judgment, on the day of accountability, they can't pay up because they don't have the right ingredients. They don't have the right denomination to be able to do it. They can't. That's all the human beings basically going to hell. That's it. Then a beautiful word comes. Illa ladina. Except for those who have iman, the correct kind of iman, in Allah, as one and only one. And, it's not over. And they do the amal salihat, the righteous deeds. Still not over. Wa tawasaw. What is that? It means to encourage and push each other, shove each other. Come on, guys, let's go. And again, why? Tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr. To encourage each other in all that is the truth of La ilaha illallah. And to encourage, exhort each other to have perseverance, steadfastness, and patience. But all of the words that I just said are much more profound in Arabic than they are in English. English is very weak when it comes to trying to understand the depth, the gravity of the Arabic of the Quran. But did you understand what I told you, the Hadith of Rasul, that almost every single person is going to go to hell? This should scare you because we're human beings. I dare say we've already got more than 1,000 people here right now. Does that mean that only one of us is going to go to paradise? Well, there's more good news, by the way. Some very good news. That not all the human beings are represented here. In fact, the Muslims are supposed to be the exception to that rule, aren't they? But what do we do, and I'm going to talk about current events, what do we do in the face of some very real statistics when we find that the Muslim children, the Muslim youth, are leaving Islam? I've seen it with my own eyes. Now, not all of them are declaring that they want to be a kafir. Not all of them are saying, I don't want to be a Muslim anymore. But by their very acts, their very deeds, the very things that they're sending me in emails, putting on websites, and that social network like Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, which I call my disgrace, we're seeing things and hearing things from our youth that scare us. I already knew before I came here that I wanted to talk on this subject of our youth and how to raise them up. But I had no idea how much Allah really wanted to drive the point home to me. The person who was supposed to take me to the airport didn't show up. They didn't come. So I asked my wife if she would take me to the airport. It's a long drive, but she said, yeah, let's go. We loaded up the old van, got ready to go out, and just as I was backing out of the driveway, a car pulled up, a van. So I thought maybe this is the people who are supposed to take me. I don't know what their car looks like. Then somebody got out, salam alaikum, wa alaikum salam. I said, are you the one supposed to take me? He said, take you where? I said, to the airport. He said, you need to go to the airport? I said, no, it's okay. My wife will take me. No. He says, I'll take you. All right. So I get in the van with him. We loaded up the stuff. He said, I came all the way over here to talk to you. It's an emergency. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to turn. I need help, and you're the only one that can help me. And I told him, if I'm the only one that can help you, you really do have a problem. What is it? He said, it's my children. And I wish that he was the only one who ever said it, but he's not. It's happening again and again and again and again. A sister comes and tells me about her brother. A brother tells me about his sister. The siblings telling about each other. Uncles, aunts, cousins, all contacting me with emails, phone calls. They're asking, help me, help us. But the problem is, they're coming to me just after the person has already left Islam. Just after the person has already gone to jail for drugs, just after somebody is diagnosed with some kind of terminal disease that they got by doing whatever. In other words, they're coming and it's too late. And this was the same case. When the brother's telling me, my kids, I put them in the university, and now they're questioning Islam, they're this, they're that, so and so. And I said, when did you first think about this? He said, I've been too busy. Akhi, you know, I've got to take care of this and that. I have my job, I have my part-time job, a business I'm trying to start. I don't have time. So what will you tell Allah on the Day of Judgment about the way you raised your kids? Huh? This is serious. Some of you are young. You're not even married yet. Planning on getting married, or you're just recently married, going to start your family. Some of you have some children at home, little guys. But the fact is, if you don't start thinking about it right this minute, my question is going to be, when are you going to think about it? Is it going to be after you look up and see your child in this condition? Whether they're on drugs, in jail, or left Islam, all of these things, that's when it's too late. Now, ordinarily, you see me with the children on TV, and we're playing and having fun and talking about Islam. But this is a time for me to be serious with you about those children, because I can't sit with all of them. I wish I could. But you can do something right now. First thing is, I don't care if you remember me or what I said, but you need to think about what you're going to say on the Day of Judgment. What will you say to Allah about taking care of your family? And it's not about the food, and it's not about the house and the clothes and the education, which all of us put such a high value on. There's a bigger value that comes first, isn't it? The iman in Allah. Isn't that first? Those who, like myself, come to Islam by choice, it seems like they have a better grasp of that. You know why? We've already been there. We've already seen that. We know what it's all about, and we know what it doesn't do. We want to encourage ourselves, all of us, to make use of this time while we still have it. What does Islam tell us about our children? A hadith of the Prophet ﷺ has had such an impact that we've used it in many ways, usually when we talk about dawah. But actually, the hadith wasn't about dawah, it was about how to raise your children. The Prophet ﷺ used a word in Arabic called fitra. Now you know which hadith I want to tell you, don't you? The Prophet ﷺ said every child is born on the fitra of al-Islam. But it is their parents who will raise them up to be a Christian, a Jew, a fire worshiper. Whatever they become, it's going to be really by the way they were raised up. Is that true or not? Have you heard it? You've heard it. And that's why today in English we say when somebody came to Islam, we even use this hadith to come up with a word in English, revert, instead of saying convert. You're saying you revert, you're just going back to your natural status, the way you were when you came into the world, the innocence, the beauty of the baby. You know, the little baby, say, oh, mashallah, look, you know, how innocent they are. And as true as it is, it's still not the main point, is it? The main point is you're supposed to be raising your children as Muslim. What does it take? I'm going to give a couple examples before I walk off the stage, if you don't mind. One example happened a number of years ago when one of our brothers from an Arab country, and by the way, he told me clearly to use his story for other people. I want you to know that. This is how much it had an impact. Anyway, I met him. He came to our masjid back when I used to have a mosque in Texas. And he said, oh, I'm meeting you today. This is very exciting to meet you and to also tell you some good news, some other exciting good news today. I said, okay, what is it? He said, today I put my son in American public school. I said, really? Why don't you put him in the toilet? He said, what? No, you didn't understand me. I put my son in American public school.